Hey everybody, this is Doug with Artfully Rogue, and in this video, man, do I have something fun. I have to build a bathroom vanity. Now, we've seen bathroom vanities, right? They've got a couple of doors, they've got a couple of drawers, you put a countertop, you put a sink, voila, there's your vanity. Well, in this one, I have a client that really lets me get artfully rogue on the things that I make for her. We're gonna take the front end of a truck and turn it into a vanity. Check this out. I picked this up in a junkyard in Yarnell, Arizona, and I think I'm going to probably cut it right down the middle, and so this will become the two front doors for the vanity. I went ahead and cut out all the pieces for the framework for the vanity already. So the long pieces are 94.5, and they are 1 by 2 inch steel with an 0.65 wall. I also cut 4 1 by 2s for the sides, which gives me the depth of the vanity, and then the 4 2 by 2s, which are going to be the legs of the vanity. The front and back of the framework are made, so now I'm going to add in those pieces for creating the depth of the vanity. And I want to make a quick note. I wanted to show that I didn't weld on the inside corners. That way I don't have to deal with a weld when I'm putting the doors in and have to make modifications to the doors. The basic framework is complete. Now I'm going to add some 16 and 18 gauge sheet metal to close up the sides and the base of the vanity. In the large section to the right, I'm going to build the two doors out of an 1 by 1 inch square tubing. That way I have a nice strong frame to attach the car front to. I'm grinding off about a 1/16 of this 16 gauge, and I'm using a regular grinding wheel. As you can see, I'm chewing it up pretty hard. My brother works for a company that sells a variety of things, and one of the things that I picked up while I was out there was this diamond grinding wheel. I think now is a good time to give this sucker a shot. Well, the grinding wheel managed to get about 24 inches before it looked like that. Like I said, I was taking off about a 1/16 of an inch on 16 gauge steel. The diamond, it went the rest of the 6 feet, and it's hardy. That's a good one. I like that. All right, so I got the door frames made out of 1 inch square tubing. That's an 0.65 wall. Now I'm gonna add the front plate on that so I can attach the truck front. And voila, through the magic of video, the 16 gauge is now welded to the 1 inch square tubing frame. All right, so it is time to start working on the truck portion of this vanity, and we're going to start by taking out the headlights. I need to knock off about 5 inches of this truck. I've set up this little stand with this cheap little laser, so it's going to sit here, and that way I can transfer that line around the entire section of the truck as evenly as possible. All right, so with the line drawn, I went ahead and took the plasma cutter and got the pieces off that I needed off. I started with my my cutoff wheel, but found it was just going to be much easier using the plasma cutter, just to kind of knock this thing down as quickly as I could. And then I went to cut it in half. Now this part that I'm cutting through right now, that was an addition, kind of a top of the hood, I believe. I had to custom make that part for the truck front. And here I'm needing to make 4 drawers. I just took some 20 gauge sheet steel that I had here in the shop and cut those to the size that I need and then got them bent. I thought of welding the slide rails to the drawers, but then I figured let me just go ahead and rivet those. And now I'm just making a grill to cover up the hole where the headlight was. Now this is stainless, so against that rusty metal, this will always kind of stay nice and shiny and kind of just give it a little bit of contrast. And now I'm using an antique black patina. I went to Hobby Lobby, it's a local craft store here in the area, and they had these funky little handles for sale there, and I just roughed them up a little bit. And with the license plates, I picked those up at the same place I picked up the truck front, and the client asked that I left the 2 drawers below without license plates. They actually have license plates that they want to add to the Vanity themselves. So there you go. A truck front Vanity that is now going to be shipped up to Maine. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. It is greatly appreciated. Hey, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. Leave some comments. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so now. And if you have a little extra time on your hands, go check out my Patreon account. I'm getting started on the Big Bus Project. It's going to be a mobile workshop and a bus. Speaking of Patreon, I want to give a shout out to 2 of my biggest supporters. That would be Barry and Marlene Rush and Henry and Paula of Fun Kiss Artistic Creations. Check out Patreon. Come back and see me in the next video. We'll see you.